When 2020 returns, he's a controversial author claiming natural cures for everything.
He says doing this should ward off diseases.
But is it everything he says it is? Next. 2020. And now, John Stossel.
He's been on the bestseller list for months, and he's selling millions of books. He must be doing something right, or is it something wrong?
Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. I'm the author of this book.
You've seen him if you watch late-night TV.
Drug companies do not want people to be healthy. They do not want to cure disease.
He spent $22 million last year buying these infomercials. They filled 2,000 hours of airtime.
I live this. I don't get sick.
Here's the basic claim of his book.
That there are natural, non-drug and non-surgical ways to prevent and cure virtually every disease.
Virtually everyone?
Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, herpes.
The list goes on and on. He says if you follow his advice, you'll never get sick.
If you have arthritis, the natural cure is right in here.
We bought some of the things the book recommends, like this electromagnetic chaos eliminator. It's supposed to ward off migraines. This magnetic mattress pad will cure multiple sclerosis. This trampoline will help cure depression, while wearing white will improve your mood and help prevent disease. There must be some truth to it, right? Millions of book buyers can't all be suckers, can they?
How about an autograph?
Sure.
Kevin Trudeau is a star now. He funds the naturalcures.com pool tournament, and he's got thousands of fans. They love him.
Thank you. This is great.
But I wonder, do they know the truth about his past?
Thanks. Hey, mate, thanks, Greg.
He went to jail twice, first for swindling a bank, the second time for cheating his own customers through credit card fraud.
From Chicago.
Once out of jail, he appeared on TV as a memory expert and made false claims, says the FTC, about improving your memory.
Now, I call it a mega memory, so that people can do pretty amazing things, such as go into a room and meet 30 or 40 people and remember everyone's name. Or
Then he claimed to have a tape that would make pain go away.
They peel this off and they just apply it.
Then he claimed calcium would cure cancer.
The calcium factor.
Repeatedly, the government would move to take him to court, but before they even get to court, Trudeau would settle and sign what they call a consent order. A consent order is where you say, I don't admit doing anything wrong, but I won't do it anymore. And then Trudeau would go right back into business selling something different, like these weight loss remedies.
We're going to be sharing the most revolutionary breakthrough that can allow you to lose all the weight you want.
Finally, 2 years ago, frustrated government officials demanded a bigger settlement. Again, Trudeau admitted no wrongdoing, but this time he agreed to give up one of his $1 million homes as part of a $2 million settlement. And they got him to agree to stop selling products for life. Officials thought that would be the end of his deceitful TV pitches, but no.
Call now. This is a limited time offer.
Months later, he was back on TV, selling books. The government couldn't prevent that. Freedom of speech laws make books different from products. And books, he had to publish them himself, have turned out to be the biggest gold mine.
It's right here. You don't have to go anywhere else.
Even that's misleading, because the book sends readers to his website where they're told, pay $10 a month more for details about his cures, or pay $499 for a lifetime membership.
I don't think I've ever seen a book that has more ridiculous information.
Dr. Stephen Barrett runs quackwatch.org. He's been tracking Trudeau for years and can't believe what Trudeau gets away with.
Secrets that they don't want you to know about.
Are there secret cures for lots of diseases? No, that's been a quack claim for centuries.
Hey, Kevin.
But secrecy sells. Trudeau hires infomercial hosts like Tammy Faye and explains there are things they don't want you to know.
The reason, Tammy Faye, that they don't want you to know is because it will cost the drug companies money. You can't make money on natural remedies.
What? All the people involved in this want themselves to be sick? They don't want to have effective treatment? Come on.
But lots of people seem to want to believe that drug companies do evil things. Dr. Sidney Wolfe of Public Citizen, the Ralph Nader-founded group, has long complained that drug companies push bad drugs. You might think, therefore, that he'd say Trudeau is onto something, but he doesn't. I would think one reason people believe this stuff is that people like you have been saying for years that drug companies are hurting you and there's collusion with the government. You've set him up.
I think it's possible to be critical about the drug industry and yet say they do some very clear good for which there's clear evidence.
This man has sold millions of books. There must be something to it?
I would say 10% of it is common sense and 90% is quackery.
Of course, many illnesses go away on their own or are psychosomatic, and I suspect that's why many of Trudeau's customers say they were helped. But the internet is filled with complaints, too, many of them sad. These people say they stopped using their drugs after reading Trudeau's book and had seizures. This man said his tumor grew larger.
God help the people that listen to his advice.
Veronica Kramas says she had spinal surgery and suffers constant pain.
I bought the book because I wanted to see natural cures that he promises to give me. And there's none in here. It's, to me, a total waste of money. It was a scam.
Joyce Ball's sister, she's too ill to appear on TV, is dying of cancer. Joyce bought her the book.
She felt cheated, she felt betrayed, and she felt she was a fool for believing what he had to say.
I wanted to ask Trudeau about all this, but he wouldn't sit for a taped interview. A few months ago, however, he did talk to Nightline's Jake Tapper.
You're not allowed anymore, by order of the Federal Trade Commission, to sell products or services through infomercials.
Trudeau proved very adept at evading the truth.
And they had to drop all the charges.
Well, they didn't drop them, right? They settled.
They dropped the charges.
It was a settlement. A settlement is different from dropping the charges. A settlement you paid...
How is it different?
You paid $2 million.
No, there was not one penny in fines.
No, I didn't say it was a fine. It was
Right.
consumer redress.
Right. Not one customer
That's
asked
right,
for,
though, right? What I just said?
Not one customer asked for a refund.
Could he be lying? Trudeau is loose with facts.
Not one penny virtually goes into researching natural remedies.
That's a lie. Last year, the National Institutes of Health spent millions studying natural remedies. Trudeau claimed longevity specialist Dr. Andrew Weil concurs with many of his points.
Now, Dr. Wild, who, again, concurs with many of the things, not everything that I say.
But Dr. Weil's publicist told us that's not accurate.
2 years ago, a Nobel Prize was given to a medical doctor.
Trudeau says Nobel Prize winner Dr. Richard Axel proved that prescription drugs are harmful.
He won a Nobel Prize for that. How come it's not front-page news?
It's not front-page news because Dr. Axel says his research has nothing to do with that.
The American Medical Association published a report that said 900,000 people died by taking non-prescription and prescription drugs.
The AMA says that's a lie. And Jake Tapper caught Trudeau lying about the source of his natural cure for diabetes.
The University of Calgary has 25 years of research, and I'm really glad you brought it up because diabetes can be, if not completely cured and wiped out in America, dramatically reduced by this herbal combination.
We called the University of Calgary, and I'm going to read you exactly what they say. There have been no human studies conducted at the University of Calgary in the past 20 years on herbal remedies for diabetes.
Okay, shocked and amazed because I was just physically in an office in Connecticut yesterday where I had the stack this thick, and I'll have to send it to you.
He never did send that stack or any studies from the University of Calgary. Could he just be lying to make money?
The drug companies, the whole medical industry, is only concerned about making money.
Trudeau keeps saying the FDA and drug companies only care about money, but many people say money is all Trudeau cares about.
Pick up the phone and order this book. It's only $29.95 plus shipping. But if
He rails against the FDA, the government, everybody's trying to stop him. Well, now I see why. He's preying on people that are sick and dying, and he's not giving them any answers. He's giving them false hope.